Hey there, fellow enthusiasts! Get ready to dive into the ultimate guide to unlocking the secret to achieving lasting health, fitness, and longevity. In this mind-blowing video, we're about to reveal the ideal exercise regimen that will take your wellness journey to the next level. We've got some killer tips and tricks up our sleeves to help you seamlessly integrate this exercise into your busy schedule. Now it's time to level up your fitness game. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future updates. When it comes to working out, you've probably heard the phrase getting your heart rate up before. But why is monitoring your heart rate so vital when you're doing activities like jogging, swimming, or lifting weights? Well, when your heart rate is elevated, it only indicates that your body is actively pumping blood and oxygen to the muscles in your body. The type of physical activity you engage in will cause your heart to begin beating at a quicker rate, and your body will transition into one of 5 different heart rate zones as a result. And even though all levels of intensity have their place in different workout routines, there is one zone in particular that strikes a balance between the amount of physical stress it places on the body and the amount of metabolic return it may provide, and that zone is called Zone 2. Well, to simply put, Zone 2 training refers to aerobic activity. This is the portion of an aerobic workout in which your heart rate is elevated. You are sweating, but you are not entirely exhausting yourself. Almost any activity that focuses on the cardiovascular system with a moderate intensity, such as brisk walking, jogging, swimming, or cycling. When you're in Zone 2, your body may make use of glucose, fatty acids, or protein as a source of fuel. The majority of the ATP, glucose, and creatine phosphate that are stored in your body are used up during anaerobic workouts of higher intensity. It has been demonstrated that training in the Zone 2 range raises an individual's metabolic threshold, which in turn may lead to an increase in the amount of oxygen that an individual consumes while exercising. And this kind of training can also help you improve the amount of energy you can burn before you start to feel fatigued and sore, which can be a significant benefit. Zone 2 training, which to be honest is actually simply another name for aerobic exercise performed at a moderate level, has a whole host of very positive effects on one's health. Because of its ability to reduce body fat and because of the positive impact it has on aerobic capacity, Zone 2 training is an excellent addition to any workout plan. It possesses a variety of positive effects on one's health. Starting with number 1, it boosts aerobic capacity. It has been demonstrated that when training in the Zone 2 intensity range can enhance maximal oxygen uptake, also known as VO2 max, which is regarded as an important measure of aerobic capability. It has to do with the way in which the body makes use of oxygen, which impacts overall physical performance. Exercising at a moderate effort can be an excellent approach to develop your aerobic base, provide assistance with training at a greater intensity, and boost your athletic performance over the course of time. In addition to this, there are a variety of positive effects that it might have on your cardiovascular system. And now coming for number 2, it helps with the recuperation. Lactate builds up in your muscle fibers when you exercise at a higher intensity that you can sustain for an extended period of time. This happens when your body's demand for energy and oxygen exceeds its supply. This, in turn, leads to a feeling of exhaustion, which, during a period of recovery, reduces the amount of energy that the body is able to produce. Research has demonstrated that exercising in the Zone 2 intensity range can boost an individual's oxygen intake without causing a comparable increase in lactate. This indicates that it is beneficial, not just in and of itself, but also for boosting your capabilities when it comes to more strenuous activities in the higher heart rate zones. And now for number 3, it enhances insulin sensitivity. The degree to which the body is responsive to the effects of the hormone insulin is referred to as insulin sensitivity. Insulin resistance is a condition in which an individual's body has difficulty successfully using insulin to metabolize glucose, which results in dysregulation of blood sugar levels. Researchers have found that physical activity may help boost insulin sensitivity. Exercise at a moderate intensity may be directly linked to increases in insulin sensitivity to a greater degree than aerobic activity that is performed at a more vigorously intensive level. This is another area in which Zone 2 training may be particularly effective. In spite of this, the positive effects on insulin sensitivity that can be achieved through other forms of exercise, such as strength training, should not be discounted. Number 4. It helps blunt glucose levels. According to a number of studies, a modest amount of exercise has a positive effect on both insulin sensitivity and blood glucose levels. But to be more specific, research has shown that exercising in the form of Zone 2 training is connected with benefits in both the control of blood glucose and fasting blood glucose. When performed as soon as feasible after a meal, Zone 2 kinds of exercise such as walking have been found to have a significant favorable influence on postprandial hyperglycemia, according to the findings of a systematic review and meta-analysis conducted in 2023. Now for number 5, weight controlling. There are many different types of physical activity that can help people lose weight or maintain a healthy weight. Long-term participation in aerobic activity at a moderate intensity for more than 150 or between 200 and 300 minutes per week, as recommended by the American College of Sports Medicine, has been shown to dramatically reduce body weight even when food is not regulated. On the other hand, the results of a single randomized controlled experiment suggested that high-intensity interval training may be just as effective as low-intensity endurance exercise training in terms of reducing body weight and body fat. When the intensity of your workout is low to moderate, roughly 45 to 65% of your maximum VO2 capacity, fat oxidation, which is the process by which your body breaks down fat and transforms it into energy, is at its peak. However, even in this state, your body will continue to burn some carbohydrates. During the process of fat oxidation, glucose is necessary for the complete breakdown and usage of the fat. Now for number 6, it improves mental health. Zone 2 training may help you feel greater both physically and mentally. It has been demonstrated that physical activity of a moderate intensity of the kind that is included in Zone 2 training can have a significant and good impact on one's feelings of despair and anxiety. Regular exercise with a moderate intensity has been found positive to have anti-inflammatory effects on the brain. It also promotes neuroplasticity, which means it increases the brain's capacity to change its activity and adapt to new situations. These benefits can be achieved either on their own or in conjunction with other treatments. And now lastly, for number 7, it improves mitochondrial efficiency. The mitochondria, also known as the powerhouse of the cell, are critical components in the process of cellular energy production. They are the component of a cell that is accountable for the conversion of metabolized sugars and fats into a substance known as adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. ATP is the primary source of cellular energy in the body. It serves as the fuel for a variety of critical bodily tasks, including the contraction of muscles, insulin sensitivity, as well as maximal oxygen uptake, also known as VO2 max, is an important measure of aerobic fitness. Mitochondrial function is extremely strongly connected with both of these factors. Research has revealed that aerobic exercise is one of the most effective ways to increase mitochondrial function. Studies have shown that these kinds of gains are most obvious in the moderate training zone, which is what we mean when we talk about Zone 2. On the other hand, at greater intensities, mitochondrial function may actually begin to deteriorate. But don't forget that having a healthy and well-balanced diet is also essential for proper mitochondrial function. It is very vital to ensure that you get enough B vitamins, vitamin C, zinc, and critical fatty acids. All fitness levels can benefit from Zone 2. After establishing your HR max, set your Zone 2 target heart rate at 60 to 70% of it. Using a smartwatch or heart rate monitor or taking your pulse manually, you can ensure you're training in this zone. If checking your pulse during an exercise seems too difficult, attempt the talk test to make sure you can still speak. For an efficient Zone 2 workout, jog, cycle, swim, row, or brisk walk at a sub-strenuous pace for 30 minutes. And that's a wrap, folks. Many of the world's top trainers and athletes follow a polarized training schedule, where 80% of their training is focused on aerobic exercises in Zone 2. Remember, when it comes to navigating the vast world of online exercise, it's all too easy to find yourself lost in the weeds. So stay tuned for more helpful tips and tricks on our channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss an update. Until next time, happy exercising!